Good morning. Welcome to Shawnee Mission Unitarian Universalist Church. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your life's journey, you are welcome here. We celebrate your presence here today and extend an especially warm welcome to our visitors. This morning, I welcome you all here in this sanctuary and online with these words from Jezebel Anat. Let us come into a calm, clear place where we can relinquish our clutter and relax from busyness into being. Let us settle into that calm, clear place where the earth supports our bodies and the community lifts our spirits, where we can breathe in peace and center ourselves in love. Let us welcome our calm, clear place where our hearts can open and our thoughts can expand beyond the cobwebs of convention into the creative flow of infinity. I now invite everyone to rise and greet each other. Okay, we have a few announcements this morning. Today is December 1st, and at 6 p.m., the south wing of our building will open to welcome guests of Project 1020, which is still the only cold weather shelter for houseless single adults in Johnson County. SMUUCh is grateful to partner with Project 1020 to provide this important service to our community. Please join us next Sunday when the theme of the service will be Love Thy Neighbor. We will formally welcome our Project 1020 guests and acknowledge the leaders and volunteers who help make Project 1020 happen. Now we have an announcement from Jen.
Good morning. Here at SMUUCh, we love the young adults in our community, and this church year we are excited to build more programming with them. So if you are a young adult or you know of a young adult, starting this Wednesday, December 4th at 6 p.m., we are opening space for young adults to hang out each week. We will provide snacks and beverages. You just need to show up. We hope to see you there. And lastly, an announcement by Fisk.
Good morning. Next Sunday after service, we're doing a gathering that we're calling the Seeds of Stewardship. And our theme for this coming year is going to be sunflowers. They're heliotropic, they follow the sun. And our gathering next Sunday after service is just kind of an information sharing. We're going to talk about different ways that people could participate in this stewardship campaign if they would like to do so. If people have questions about the budget, we're going to respond to those. And we want to be more intentional about this so that the campaign is an uplifting sharing and a community building experience. And there will be refreshments. So I was talking with Rev Rose about this, and she goes through this whole thing, and she said, and we will have refreshments. And she says, well, how does this sound? And I'm like, well, this sounds wonderful. Wait a minute, did I just agree to bring refreshments? So yes, I will be bringing refreshments, and it will be fun. Thank you.
Come, let us worship. Please rise as you are willing and able for hymn number 349 in the gray hymnal, We Gather Together.
We gather together in joyful thanksgiving, acclaiming creation whose bounty we share. Both sorrow and gladness we find now in our living. We sing a hymn of praise to the life that we bear. We gather together to join in the journey, confirming, committing our passage to be a true affirmation in joy and tribulation. We bound to human care and hope, then we are free.
As Roger Mendez comes forward to light our chalice, we invite you to join us as we recite our covenant. Let us affirm that love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with one another.
All right, at this time, I'd like to invite all the children and youth forward for Time for All Ages. Good morning. Welcome. All right, what a busy time of year. We just experienced an important election, and then all of a sudden we're thrust into the holidays, a time that's busier than ever. Who can tell me, raise your hand if you can tell me something that's keeping people busy right now. Yeah. Working on their computers? Yes. Christmas? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we're going back to school on Monday. That's keeping us busy. It's too much homework at school. One more, Java. It's the holiday season. People are making lists. People are buying presents, making lots of meals. Yeah, Evan, you got one more? Yeah, 2024 is just really moving along. I can't believe we're almost to the end. You know, all those things are keeping us busy right now, and it's sometimes hard to slow down and pay attention to what's happening right now. When I was your age, sometimes I would think about something. A lot of times it was hard for me to stay present, to pay attention. I'd be thinking about things that happened earlier in the day or last week, or I'd be thinking about the future, something that hadn't happened yet. And all of that thinking of the past and future would sometimes just make me feel kind of anxious. Raise your hand if you're feeling a little anxious right now, too. Yeah, a lot of us are. So today, I want us to practice being present, because this is a wonderful time of year to notice the stillness of nature. We just got some snow, and the gifts we receive every single day that don't fit under a tree. Our bodies are built to pay attention. We have lots of senses, our eyes, our ears. We can taste things, we can feel things, we can hear things. So to help us pay attention today, I brought with me some magic glasses. All right. Joy, can you help pass these around? When you get your glasses, put them on. These are magic glasses. Ooh. These glasses help us notice things we didn't notice before. They help us pay attention and to be present. So as you get your glasses on, some of you all look really great in these glasses. I want you to look around this sanctuary and think about something you notice for the first time because you're being present. Let me see. Ooh, I noticed someone's beautiful green sweater. And I notice these red lights. I've never noticed those before. Raise your hand if you noticed something for the first time too. Katie. The random red light, yes. Blake, did you have something? The very tall mic stand. Yes. The glasses don't fit your face very well, yes. The flowers, yes. Yeah, Norman. Or not Norman, Roger. Glasses on glasses. The piano cover. Yes, what is some other things you're just noticing for the first time? The glasses have no lenses, and that's because they're magic glasses. Cleo. There are windows up there that are covered. Yes, Joy. There's what? There's cameras everywhere. Yes. CCTV. Yeah. All right, they painted the pipes and the vents to match the sanctuary. All right, a couple more. Java. That is a good thing to notice. Everyone if there's ever a fire, the extinguisher is back there. All right, yeah, one more. Oh my gosh, I've never noticed those either. There are leaves on our chalice. It could be a tree. I've never noticed that before. A tree holding maybe a seed pod. Oh my gosh. I'm actually like blown away right now. We're having a moment. Yes. That is some wonderful paying attention. I told you these were magic glasses. So one thing I want us to remember today as we move deeper into the holiday season, if you find yourself feeling tired or overwhelmed by the busyness of things and you're finding it hard to stay present, put on your magic glasses, take a deep breath, and notice the things around you all the time, the gifts that we have, like a warm meal, and the people we love, and beautiful sweaters, and all sorts of things. Yes, you got one more? You do get to keep your magic glasses. All right, please join me to sing the children out to their classes.
Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
Each month, we as a community take time to reflect on a theme. The children do this in their classes, and we do it here in worship and in our small groups. This month, the theme is presence. Be here now. I was taught this mantra to help focus on the present moment by a meditation leader many years ago. I imagine many of you have received the same words somewhere along your journey. Be here now. The phrase is so simple, clear, obvious even. I've periodically found myself reciting it involuntarily in time with deep inhalations and exhalations, in moments of fear or anxiety, during attempts to calm myself from a reactive state of anger or agitation, and in times when the peacefulness that often eludes me actually broke through. To be honest, being present, being here now, is not something that comes easily to me. I am far more familiar and comfortable looking back to the painful past where depression pulls me in, or to an uncertain future where anxiety propels my mind and nervous system to a state of overwhelm. Being still in the present moment can feel uncomfortable and unsettling when there's so much to reflect on, to plan for, to prepare for. Be here now can turn into an admonishment and start to sound and feel more like the infamous "Serenity now" from Seinfeld in my head. So I am working on it, and it is an ongoing journey and process to minimize the distractions and set aside the past and future that can so easily pull my focus. But I know from the experience of times when I have felt grounded and most present to myself, my loved ones, and the people and world around me, that it is worth the effort. I have been blessed in moments of being seen and valued and witnessed by my grandmother, by a friend, by my husband, or even a stranger whose words pierced through unexpectedly. And I want to be someone by whom others feel seen and valued. The following prayer from Steve Garnis Holmes, a retired United Methodist minister, really captured this idea for me, and so I will close with his words. Loving one, free me from my self-enclosure to trust I am fully loved and heard, so I can love and hear others. Help me to be fully present, to be aware of myself, my reactions, my wounds and fears and filters, and to mindfully, lightly hold them aside so I can be fully present to others, truly listening, opening a space in me for them to be safe, to be true, to be free. May I be a spacious and welcoming presence to offer people the precious gift of being heard, being seen, being witnessed.
We sing of thanksgiving, we celebrate living, and pause to be grateful for all things on earth, for buds that are growing, for streams gently flowing, for summer and winter and springtime's rebirth.
Give thanks for the sowing, the seeds and the growing, the farmland providing a bountiful crop.
Give thanks for the highways, the cities, the byways, and people who serve in the market and shop. The earth yields its gifts without measure, and for this abundance our thanks now we give. Let no one be greedy, nor cast off the needy. Let good things be shared as we lovingly live.
Protect nature's beauty with strong sense of duty. Be thankful for leisure and sun's warming light.
For valley and mountain, for waterfall's fountain, the forest land creatures and birds in their flight. Give thanks for all knowledge, the schoolroom, the college, for teachers and learning, for music and art, while blessings are mounting in ways beyond counting. Glad thoughts of thanksgiving will fill every heart. With gratitude bringing, come join in the singing, a song never ending throughout the year long. Let each day we're living be filled with thanksgiving, beginning each day with a thanksgiving song.
We come to this place to see and to be seen, to teach and be taught, to hear and to be heard. Now reach over and nudge the person sitting next to you. We are here together, gathered in peace and authenticity and intention. We also come to this place to share our joys and sorrows. If you have a rare joy or a profound sorrow, please come forward and briefly share in 2 to 3 sentences and light a candle.
Hi, I'm Glenn Shepard, and I wanted to recognize my cousin up Oneida, South Dakota. And she informed me that she baked the 2 pumpkin pies for the gathering up there, and she turns 100 June 1st.
Hi, I'm Cindy, and I am just here with a note of gratitude for this congregation and community that supports Project 1020, which is opening tonight. And I'm thankful for that, and also sorrowful that we have to have a shelter. But very happy to have so many people from this church volunteer to bring meals, to cook on Christmas, to be here on Christmas with the guests that were staying open all day, the teams that do laundry, those that come and staff the shelter regularly or even just occasionally. If you do that, you get to have one of these really cool name tags. So I hope anybody that wants to can get involved because it's a really awesome place to be. I'm going to meet a couple people at the Welcome Center after the service, and if you want to join us, happy to talk with you more about how you can help.
And I light the the remaining candles for all the joys and sorrows that remain in the silent sanctuary of our hearts.
We hear your words, we witness your life in all of its heaviness, in all of its brilliance, and we carry your joys and sorrows in a shared heart.
Let us take a moment to come fully into this place. Put your feet flat on the floor and take a deep breath. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable and relax into your chair. Allow your breathing to deepen beautifully. Wiggle your jaw and melt. Notice an area that is tense or tight and embrace it. And say, relax. It's okay to relax. Let the bustle of getting here melt away and come into this space of holiness. And just think about those who are here, loved ones who are not here, or those who may be experiencing suffering or joy, and send them love, send them light. Please remain seated for our meditative hymn number 1013 in the teal hymnal, Open My Heart.
Open my heart to all that I seek. Let me be part of the love that gives. Open my heart to all that I seek. Let me be part of the. Let me be part of the love that my heart to open my heart. Let me be part of the. Let me be part of the love that gives.
The love that gives.
Our reading is from the poet Rupi Kaur. I have this productivity anxiety that everyone else is working harder than me, and I'm going to be left behind because I'm not working fast enough, long enough, and I'm wasting my time. I don't sit down to have breakfast, I take it to go, I call my mother when I'm free, otherwise it takes too long to have a conversation. I put off everything that won't bring me closer to my dreams, as if the things I'm putting off are not the dreams themselves. Isn't the dream that I have a mother to call and a table to eat breakfast at? Instead, I'm lost in the sick need to optimize every hour of my day so I'm improving in some way, making money in some way, advancing my career in some way. Because that's what it takes to be successful, right? I excavate my life, package it up, sell it to the world, and when they ask for more, I dig through bones trying to write poems. Capitalism got inside my head and made me think my only value is how much I produce for people to consume. Capitalism got inside my head and made me think I am of worth as long as I am working. I learned impatience from it. I learned self-doubt from it. Learned to plant seeds in the ground and expect flowers the next day. But magic doesn't work like that. Magic doesn't happen because I've figured out how to pack more work in a day. Magic moves by the laws of nature, and nature has its own clock. Magic happens when we play, when we escape, daydream, and imagine. That's where everything with the power to fulfill us is waiting on its knees for us.
Do you ever just stop and look around and think about the here and now? Maybe you've thought about what you'll eat after church. Or some of you may have thought about how wild this Thanksgiving was, or how these past few months. I was off this past week, and it was marvelous. And yet, I'm already thinking about having to go to work tomorrow and the dread that it can cause because I know I won't be home with my family. Why is it so hard to be present? Well, according to an article on Psychology Today, it is hard to be present because, one, you're not used to slowing down and allowing your mind a break from productivity or planning ahead. Two, you let small things feel bigger than they are and allow them to consume more mental energy than they deserve. Or three, you anticipate the end of a good moment before it is over and are letting the anticipation of the end interfere with your appreciation for the present moment. We can all probably relate to one or more of these reasons, but I think there's something missing. I believe that it is hard to be present because the more that we are in the here and now, the more we have to look internally and face ourselves. In fact, a Greek philosopher once said, "The most difficult thing in life is to know yourself." So why is being present so important? What does being in the moment give to us? Well, first, being in the moment and being present gives us space to know ourselves. Living in the moment allows us the space to truly understand ourselves. This past week, we saw Wicked, and we are obsessed with it. My wife has been trying to get me to watch The Wiz with Diana Ross and Michael Jackson ever since we got together. And y'all, it finally happened. It was funny, it was long, and had horrible graphics. But what can I say? I am a millennial. But while I was watching it, something hit me. I mean, most of us in this room know the story, right, of the Wizard of Oz. And sometimes familiarity can cloud the awe and wonder the story is trying to communicate. We know that Dorothy is trying to find her way home, and she meets Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion along the way. They believe that if they can just get to the wizard, they will get whatever their heart desires. Doesn't that sound familiar? If we can just win the lottery. If we can just keep the immigrants from stealing our jobs. if we can just win this election, or move to the right neighborhood, or find the right partner, or get the nicer house, or make the most money, then we will be okay. Then we will have what we always wanted. Yet, spoiler alert, we know that the wizard was a fraud. No powers, no ability to give them what their hearts desired. Chasing after what our hearts desire and being met with disappointment of never being satisfied. Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion realized that through the journey to the wizard, what they had desired had been in them all along. They just needed to access it. Dorothy realized that home is not necessarily a place to be sought after, but that home was always in her. Glinda, the good witch, tells her, if we know ourselves, we are always home, anywhere. Friends, this life will have us searching until we search ourselves dead. It has us thinking that we need to worry about what hasn't happened yet. Everywhere we turn, especially during the holiday season, tells us that we don't have all we need, that we must spend out of our means and stress about making sure we get our loved ones the right gift or the right experience. But what if, like Ruby said, our dreams and our chasing is in fact that we have each other? What if the thing we are chasing is a deep knowledge of ourselves? Being present means coming home to yourself. It's allowing ourselves to sit in the uncomfortableness of facing our emotions, our fears, our pains, our regrets, and our longings. Because once we can get past the uncomfortability, we also experience the freedom and joy that comes with not being hostage to what's coming next. Dorothy's desire was to go home, and all she could think about was how to get there. Yet, throughout her journey, she was forced to be present. She had to choose between getting to the wizard or stopping to help the scarecrow. And she realized that her heart for others was bigger than her desire to go home. Because being present allowed her to access parts of her she did not know was there. I mean, maybe Aristotle was right when he said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. So we know that presence gives us space to know ourselves, but what else can it give to us? And well, lastly, presence allows us to be a true community. Being fully present creates the foundation for a genuine community. Every week, we say that love is the doctrine of this church, and the warmth of community and the fire of commitment. And that word community often gets tossed around like a towel. We all want to be in a community. We want to create a community. And we want to be a community that's different. Yet, we often don't like what that requires. Community requires us to know ourselves so that we don't other others. Community requires us to center the most marginalized and not feel some kind of way about it, because then those feelings become the center. Community requires us to fight and reject white supremacy and the systems that keep Black and brown and queer and other marginalized groups hostage. Community requires us to link arms and show our neighbors that this place is sacred and nothing will stand in the way of that. Friends, presence, a coming home to ourselves, allows us then to be a home and a sanctuary for others. And isn't that the dream? In the movie Wicked, because you know I was going to talk about it, we follow the journey of Elphaba, a witch who was born green, something she didn't choose. Her parents didn't want her, everyone else was scared of her, and she was always cast into the margins. Yet she always had a fight for justice. I won't give any spoilers away, but if you know the story, you see how Elphaba comes home to herself because there was someone who saw her. Glinda, the good witch, stands with her while everyone else was laughing and mocking at her. Glinda came next to her and with her presence sent a message that Elphaba is one of them and nothing is going to stand in the way of that. Now, we can debate if Glinda was actually a good witch or an ally, but that's for a different sermon. However, because Elphaba was seen for who she really is, she was able to find what she's been looking for. A knowing of herself that then propelled her to fight for others. Friends, I don't know why I keep coming back here every Sunday. It doesn't make sense. A Puerto Rican queer woman in a room of mostly white people, it's a space I've been told to stay away from. It's a place I've been wounded by, not this in particular, but places like this, in pretty significant ways. And yet there's something about being here with all of you that allows me to come to a better knowing of myself. But imagine if we all came to that knowing of ourselves. Imagine this place being the respite we need in the next 4 years, where regardless of what happens with the Trump administration, we have a community who will fight any unjust law that passes against one of our own. A place that opens its doors to the houseless because they deserve dignity and warmth and care. A place that whoever walks into this door finds the home within themselves. A place where the immigrant can find rest from the fears of deportation. A place where the strong Black woman is not known only for her strength, but for her humanity. A place where the trans person is known for their beauty and not their gender expression. A place where we challenge and uplift each other. A place where the sting of accountability rings throughout the sanctuary. This is what presence gives us. Do you want it? As Margaret Mead states, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. May it be so.
The work of the church depends on us, our generosity of time, wisdom, and financial resources. We invite you to give generously to support the ongoing work of the church. The offering will now be given and received in grateful appreciation of our shared values.
It's a sign that autumn has come and gone. It's a winter day when snow is softly falling
and spring is far away.
It's a sign that the season is changing now. It's a winter day. The icy chill will linger in the air. The strong north wind is cold. The frozen fields are a brilliant winter scene, a wonder to behold. The sun is low and distant. The snow is here to stay. It's a cold reminder that change has come. It's a winter.
It's a winter.
It's a welcome winter day.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Please rise as you are willing and able for our closing hymn, number 16 in the gray hymnal, "'Tis a Gift to be Simple."
'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come round right.
Marianne Williamson states, "In every community there is work to be done. In every nation there are wounds to heal. In every heart there is power to do it. May we have the power to be a community of presence this week." Go in peace.